What's good, YouTube? What's good? Brooklyn Boxing Child, what's happening, man? Yeah, it's me, Stormybman. I'm back out here, you know. Just thought I'd get on here for a few minutes this evening, talk a little bit, you know, interact with some of the people. Stormy B-Man doing his thing, you know. It's a few people out there watching. I see y'all out there. I told you, peeking through them blinds, man. Y'all need to knock that stuff off, man. Come on, step out into the light. Show me who you are. You know, I got my little jazz going in the background. You know, that's how we old brothers do it, you know. Hustler Slim, what's good with you, bro? Yeah, man, just thought I'd get on for a little bit and talk a little bit about some boxing, man. You know, I've been playing around with this little setup here. I have to make sure my streams work well because I've been having some trouble behind the scenes. So the more the merrier. I guess, you know, you do it enough, you practice it enough, then it becomes, you know, where you can iron out those kinks. So that's kind of like what I'm working on. Derek McGee, what's good with you? Broderick Hunter, what's happening? Ain't nothing. Just sitting there chilling. Want to talk a little bit about some boxing. Hoping some people come on in. Say we got about 7 or 8 people out there. I know it's a few more than that. They be looking though, peering through the bushes. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So this is fight week. You know, we got this thing coming up. Your boy Keith Thurman. I know Gil Coles is out there lurking somewhere waiting to say something about Keith Thurman. But we're going to put that ponytail in a box and ship it to Florida to Gil Coles. You know? Going to be messing around with that brother. Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk. I'm sorry, getting your name mixed up, bro. What make you think that Keith Thurman gonna knock out Manny Pacquiao, man? Put that in the chat for me. I want to see your explanation as why you think Thurman gonna knock out Pac-Man. Thurman ain't knocked nobody out since 2013, but he gonna knock out Pac-Man. You must have got you a bag of that stuff before you got on here to type that foolishness in there. Nah, Thurman gonna retire on this stool about the 8th or 9th round, maybe the 10th at the latest. He ain't gonna come back out. He gonna fake an injury, and he gonna go play the flute, as Gil Cole say. Pac-Man gonna win this one, bro. Pac-Man gonna win it. I'm telling you. Yeah. He gonna play the flute all the way back to the Himalayas. Gonna be sitting up there smoking that stuff, playing them Indian instruments and whatnot. That's what he gonna be doing. And Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk can be right there with him and Gil Coles. Y'all gonna plaster Doobie around. But I'm telling you, you heard it here. Pacquiao gonna get him. Okay? You gonna get him. Do you realize this is Thurman's first big fight? I'm talking about big fight. Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, that wasn't a big fight for him. It was just guys at his level. No, he ain't ready. Them big lights gonna get to him. He gonna be a little nervous. Yep. I'm telling you. All that talking he been doing and everything, that boy ain't ready, man. And he been avoiding competition, so it's like it's not even like he's honed and ready to go. Pacquiao at least been active. And that fight against AB, some people say, well, AB didn't let his hands go. But the best time to hit a person is when they trying to hit you, and AB was smart enough to know if he throw too many punches and open himself up to Pacquiao, who's an experienced fighter, he can get caught. You understand? So AB ain't as dumb as people think he is. Okay, Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk. You did a video. I'm going to have to check it out. But I want to say this. You see Thurman catching Pac when he's lunging in. Now you make it seem like Thurman is this technically sound boxer who can, time people and, he's got some accuracy and this and that. Thurman is not that type of fighter, brother. He's not. Thurman is an adequate boxer at best. He was knocking men out when he was facing second and third tier opposition. But Pac-Man is the top of the heap, man. Outside of Mayweather, who has now vacated the sport. The only others that are at the top like that are Crawford and Spence Jr., and he has opted not to fight those guys, and they're his age, with Crawford being a couple of years older. So I don't see Thurman being that type of guy. Now, Crawford is that type of guy who could time him, catch him lunging in, this and that, give him angles and catch him clean. But that's not Thurman's game. Thurman is a heavy-handed fighter who looks to land heavy shots and get out the way. But sorry about that, fam. Had a little. Sorry about that, family. Had a little bit of a buffering issue there. Now, that's them Keith Thurman people that work for the internet service I got trying to pull the plug on my broadcast because I'm talking about him. Yeah, Broderick Hunter, you're absolutely right, brother. Thurman's scared. Scared man talking all that stuff. Empty cans rattle the loudest, as the old folks used to say. Empty cans rattle the loudest. That's right. Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk. Our Our thoughts and sentiments will be answered on Saturday night. And you'll be right back here next week saying, Stormy, how did you know? Listen, Thurman is in it for the money. He's like Roper in Enter the Dragon. If you know, I like kung fu movies, so I'm gonna do a kung fu movie analogy here. Thurman is like, how much is it gonna cost? How much am I getting paid? That's him. When you in it only for the cash, you can end up on your ass. You understand? Yeah, that's right. I'm saying it like you don't want to hear it, but I'm telling you the truth. You understand? This man has no outstanding boxing ability. If he was such an outstanding boxer, why didn't he put himself in a better position when he was under extreme threat when he faced Josecito Lopez? Huh? He was running for his life, as Flavor Flav said. You understand? He was trying to get the hell up out of Dodge. What are you gonna do when Pacquiao coming after him? Pacquiao hit way harder than Josecito Lopez. Quicker, even at 40. He's quicker. He's more skilled. And he's a southpaw. He's a southpaw, brother. This is the other part that y'all ain't thinking about. He's a southpaw. Hey, Dark Truth, what's good with you? No, it was no notification, bro, because I just kind of went live. You know, I'm working on some things with my system, so I just thought I would get on here and go live, man. Normally I put a reminder out and stuff like that, but I'm just doing it, you know, and I only expect to be on here maybe an hour or less, you know. But I'm glad there's some people out there to rock with me so we can talk about Keith Thurman, you know, getting his head handed to him this weekend. Sir Ken, he says, salute Stormy, salute to the wrenches, and salute to the chats. Smash the like button on your way in. That's right, people. Please smash that like button so we can get that analytic up. You know. Yeah. Shout out to the LDBC. Everybody's been treating me very well, and I just want to, you know, I want to return the love. Everybody's been so nice, you know, helping me get my channel up and going, you know, behind the scenes helping me with the technical aspect of things. You know, this is a wonderful community with all of us being able to come together on a daily basis and talk up the sport and do other, you know, subject matters and everything. Dark Truth say he can't get up for this fight. You don't have to get up for the fight, Dark Truth, because Thurman's going down. So what you do is you just sit there and watch. Timber, he going down. Just like that. He's going down. You know, and you notice how I say this with confidence, right? Extreme confidence. Going down, brother. Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk says, I'm going to be back on the live stream and you're going to, Brooklyn Child, you were right, brother. Nah, man. I'm going to come to your channel and say, kiss the ring. That's what I'm going to say. The ring post, whichever one that Thurman hit on his way down to the canvas. You know? I'm telling you, man. You know, it's funny because every time you have a so-called big fight, it's usually between two competitive champions or whatever, but this is not what that is. Thurman has been in semi-retirement, bro. He hasn't faced real stiff opposition, and Pacquiao is stiff opposition. Floyd Mayweather Jr. might have beat him, you know, 12 out of 12 rounds. But I'll tell you something. Ain't nobody else gonna do that to him. Not even Marquez, who knocked him out. They fought life and death. Now I admit that Marquez should have got a couple of decisions out of those four fights, but they still fought life and death. So, what make you think that Thurman's gonna do that? Thurman ain't blew nobody out. He didn't blow out Garcia. He didn't blow out Porter. He didn't blow out Lopez. He dropped Lopez, caught him, at a moment, and Lopez was never really in danger of being stopped. He got up and finished the fight. A couple rounds later, had Thurman running for his life. I think Thurman was looking for a taxi out of the stadium after Lopez had got after him. But they wouldn't let vehicles drive into the stadium through the audience and up to the ring. So Thurman was forced to stay in there and finish out the fight. But I think he's got his escape plan hatched for this fight with Pacquiao. That's why I said he's gonna quit on his stool or something like that. When it get a little hot for him in there, he gonna fake an injury or something. Oh, my elbow, it went out again. I can't move my arm. Something like that. It's gonna be, and he gonna go and he gonna talk about how, Pacquiao is a true legend and everything, but if he was at his best, he would do. I'm telling you, it's all mapped out already. Already mapped out. Hey, Dark Truth, you're right. All the junk he talk, he can't lose. But you know what? All the junk he talk, that's why he gonna lose. I'm telling you, it's made that way. The only one who could talk junk like that was Ali and go out and beat people because he rode on that. He believed in that. That's what he did to get himself at his best. These guys today talk stuff and they don't even believe what they saying. Mike Tyson said that about a couple of opponents. I don't believe that he believed what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? And he break it down just that simply. Psychological warfare. Yeah. These guys, man, they get up there and talk. You see when they have their face-offs and stuff, looking at each other all hard and stuff, trying to intimidate the other guy, whatever. What you trying to intimidate somebody? You know what? You still got to fight. Y'all still going to be mixing it up, letting leather fly at each other's head. What you got to be afraid of? Huh? And Manny, you talking stuff to him, you might as well be talking in a different language or something because it don't matter to him. You know? There's some things he understands, there's some things he don't care, and he's just gonna show up on fight night and fight. And he's still gonna be trying to knock Thurman's head off. He gonna probably, you know what? He gonna knock that ponytail from the back to the front of his head. He gonna have the reverse Superman curl with the ponytail. They're gonna have John David Jackson sitting ringside crying for his brother in ponytails. It's gonna be it. I'm telling you. But it's okay. I mean, there's brothers out there, they want to see Thurman, but Thurman, he don't give a damn about y'all. He been out the sport so long, man. I think he got a retirement plan. And it starts with this fight when he get his paycheck. Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk says, I'm looking at it from a styles make fight standpoint. Well, then you still looking through broken glass, bro, because you blind. I believe Thurman will present issues for Pac that he is not accustomed to. What issues could Thurman present to Pac-Man? Pac-Man has 60 fights, bro. He has beaten men who are bigger than Thurman. 154 pounders. What are you talking about? He's beaten better fighters than the fighter that Thurman is. Styles make fights. This is not an issue of style make fights. We're talking about intestinal fortitude here, which Thurman has very little of. He's got one foot in the retirement home and the other foot in the flames of the furnace that Pacquiao is setting the heat for him. He's done, man. You know what? Thurman's gonna smell like a rotisserie chicken when he get out of there with Pacquiao. That's all. I know you guys don't want to hear that, but that's what it is. That's what it is. You know. But hey, you know it. And I'm gonna tell you something. If he does happen to hit Pacquiao with something that makes Pacquiao be like, oh, that's a little stronger or harder than I would like or whatever, that's just gonna make it worse for Thurman. You think Pacquiao haven't worked in the gym with bigger men and stuff like that? He has a reputation of being a very hard worker when training. Okay? And he's not gonna let up. Let me put it to you like this. You remember Jeff Horn? Jeff Horn is a tougher fighter than Keith Thurman. He's not a better fighter than Keith Thurman, but he's tougher. And that dude was fighting to survive against Manny Pacquiao. Now, against Terrence Crawford, he tried to survive that, but Crawford was able to do some things to him. You understand? And get him out of there. Because Crawford was a younger, fresher guy. And a rhythmic fighter also. That's not something that Thurman has been facing. That second and third tier opposition that he was one timing against, that's in the past. 2013 to be exact. What did he do against Danny Garcia? What did he do against Sean Porter? He went life and death with those guys. Sean Porter was Pac-Man's sparring partner a few years ago. Styles make fights? Nah, this is not that kind of thing. We're talking about what's inside a man. And Thurman don't even want any parts of, he don't want any parts of Terrence Crawford. He don't want any parts of Errol Spence Jr. And when you've got that fire in your belly, you want to test yourself against the best. He's looking at Pacquiao as a lesser threat, possibly. And he can make a huge payday because of what Pacquiao brings economically. But I think he's bitten off more than he can chew. I think that he's made an improper assessment of a live body. Dark Truth says Manny is a smiling killer. I always like that about Manny. Yes, sir. And Broderick Hunter's laughing. Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk is laughing. And Dark Truth also says, hey, Stormy, is there any chance of Manny getting old overnight in this fight? There is always a chance of something like that, Dark Truth. But where I don't think it's going to happen with Manny is Manny has stayed in shape, close to weight, even when not fighting. He has done things athletically like play basketball and things like that. And he has allowed time in between fights where he could heal and still be in good shape. Manny is not walking on his heels. He's not slurring his words. He's not in a situation where he has taken punishment and things like that. Manny has meted out punishment on his opponents. So there's a tremendous upside to him. That 40 is the new 35, you see? And the thing about it is he has been in shape, not a guy blowing up in weight and things like that. He was even talking about going down to fight at a lighter weight. This is a gross miscalculation by Thurman. Broderick Hunter says, styles make fights and heart makes great fighters. Thurman has shown a lack of heart in ducking Spence and Crawford. You know what he has also shown, Broderick Hunter, outside of the lack of desire to fight those top tier fighters? He has shown that the fire in his belly is going out. He's not hungry anymore. He's content with not fighting those guys. That tells you something. He's ripe for the pickings. And he is going to pick this guy. And this guy probably got more fight in him than Spence and Crawford. Because of his history and his success and things like that. The only way Juan Manuel Marquez was going to do away with Pacquiao was to knock him unconscious, which he managed to do after 4 fights. But Manny was always coming, always coming. And don't forget, in that fight, Juan Manuel Marquez was beaten up himself. Did you see his face? Before Pacquiao was knocked out, his nose was broken, his face was busted up. He was in a fight. You know, Keith Thurman is like, and listen, I'll leave this small window in favor of Keith. If he happens to win the fight with Manny, he's supposed to. But I don't think he will. But he's supposed to. He should be the favorite. He's the champion. He's the younger guy. He's the allegedly stronger guy, blah, blah, blah. But Mike Tyson was supposed to knock out Buster Douglas. Huh? Buster Douglas was supposed to beat Evander Holyfield. Yeah. Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk says, don't get it twisted. I'm not a fan of Thurman, but regardless, I'm looking forward to how the fight plays out. I think we're all looking forward to how the fight plays out. And I'm not twisting it thinking that you are a fan of Thurman. I understand the assessment that you make, and I think I might have even just touched on it, that Thurman should be favored. He's the younger fighter, supposedly fresher fighter, but I don't think his competitive spirit matches Pacquiao's. I think his inactivity and lack of quality opposition over the past couple of years will come back and hurt him against Pacquiao. I think that Pacquiao finds something to fight for. He has a country behind him. You understand? When people have something like that, they have more to fight for. They have more to press through, persevere, get up when knocked down. That's what they stand upon. What does Thurman have to stand? I apologize for all of the trouble here. I just had to make a call to my service provider, and they're sending me new equipment out. I don't even know where I left off, but we were having a nice discussion before the break, and I'm sorry to all of my viewers that we got cut off like that. This has really driven me crazy, man. I have had people out here 4 times. Utterly ridiculous. Well, I don't know who's still out there, but we can wind this down. Can you guys let me know who I'm talking to currently? Because I can see I got about six people out there. I just don't know who's still with me. And if you are still with me, thanks a lot. Appreciate that loyalty and support. Um, hey, Hustler Slim. Hey, man, this thing with my service, they're sending me some new equipment. I was trying to get something else taken care of behind the scenes, but it's a trip, man. It's like just when I was getting things going well, but I'm supposed to get the new equipment by Thursday, so hopefully that'll be just in time for my Friday night show. No chance of seeing Gil Coles drop in, huh? So I can tease him about the ponytail. That guy's a trip. Yeah. So we will see what we will see. What's wrong with this cat, Amir Khan, man? I think that guy got brain damage from them knockouts that he suffered. But I'll tell you something. His name is perfect. Amir Khan. Khan of a job. This guy. Go sit his butt down somewhere. So Hustler Slim, you say you still there. What you got? What you want to talk about, bro? We can talk these last couple of minutes because I'll end the stream in about 5 or 10 minutes. If you got something you want to chop it up about. Yeah, you may be right about that. Amir Khan may have had imaginary friends, excuse me, as a child. Yeah, he doesn't have very many as an adult. I know that. Them UK guys, they are a special breed, man, when it comes down to the sport of boxing. I don't know where they, I don't know, it's something about them cats, man. They get to a certain level and they plateau. This kid, uh, Dubois, he might be special, but until he gets those defensive deficiencies addressed, he's not going anywhere. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna end up getting a new modem and router, get my service back in order. Yeah, he's not fighting anyone, Dubois. When he come when he come across the shores to America, that's when you're gonna see. Right now, he's a big old stiff. I'd favor Andy Ruiz over him. That's what's up. You will be ready for the fights this weekend. Yeah, that hopefully. I'll get that together. Supposed to get my equipment by Thursday, so that's what I'll do. Get everything ready. The OG getting tired now, man. It's like I can't stay up past a certain time limit anymore. I remember I was watching those fights last weekend and I wanted to do a post fight show Couldn't do it, man. I had to do it the next morning. I was like, man, I gotta take my butt to bed. Yeah, never rule out the importance of naps. A man should be prepared to take his naps. Well, if Dubois comes to America, he definitely has to do something about his coaches in his corner. Personally, I think he should look up Kevin Rooney. Kevin Rooney can put him on to the custom auto peekaboo defense, which would he's young enough and athletic enough to learn how to pick up those principles of how to move his upper body because he needs to learn how to slip punches. Who is this dude, Kurt Warden? And haven't seen him before. State your name and serial number, partner. Who are you? Yeah, I think that Dubois should look up Kevin Rooney. I really do. Spent about a year working with that guy on some defensive uh, techniques and tactics, slipping shots and stuff like that. Australia, huh? Okay. Cheers. Ain't that what they say in Australia? Cheers. That's where your boy Hemsworth is from, ain't it? Thor. Hmm. Well, welcome to the Stormy B channel. We were really rolling earlier till I had a buffering issue that took out about 20 minutes of my show. And believe it or not, I was online on the phone trying to get it straightened out. Yeah. What we got? Haha. King Louis. Louis. What's good with you, brothers? See, the late night owls coming in now. But I'm going to surprise you guys. I'm going to be getting out of here because I ain't no late night owl. Hey, Louis, I'm gonna have to set up something with you to get you on Eye of the Storm with me, bro. You know, I don't have a guest for the next show yet. So, and the next show I'm doing not this weekend, but next week, the 27th. So, get some fresh blood out there. Mm-hmm. Hustler Sam says Du Bois seems humble and seems like he would be receptive to instructions. Hey man, he's a young brother, you know, and you know what? Du Bois is like he reminds me of some young fighters that I saw in the 90s. But he needs more on the defensive side. One of the things about these guys, they can punch and everything. It's like, but if you don't teach them how to take care of themselves, shit, a big puncher can be hit with a big punch. You understand? Jethro Bodine, what's up, brother? How you doing? Yeah, Du Bois don't have no head movement, man. His head sit right out there, like you know at them old baseball fields where they teach you how to hit the ball. It's like his head is sitting right on that thing. I'm sorry, yawning a little bit. Brother got tired. But yeah, he needs some work with his defense. And that's where you could kind of see those UK coaches. They don't have that wherewithal to teach the subtle nuances of defense. It's important too, you know, especially in the heavyweight division. He needs to learn how to catch those punches on his gloves. You know, he needs to learn how to slip. And not just slip to miss a shot, but to deliver a shot. Draw a guy in and throw a certain shot so you could counter with a certain shot, you know. You don't see these guys from the UK with those type of skills. Now they come to America and they pick them up from American coaches. But the coaches over there only coach up to a certain... I don't understand why that is. It's like, it's boxing, but they don't have the complete essence of teaching certain techniques over there. I don't know why that is. Yeah. When you say Louis Ricky could move, that's it. Who are you talking about? Ricky Hatton or who? What Ricky are you talking about? Because as far as I'm concerned, Ricky Hatton is just, he was a stiff as well. You can look at his face and tell all the shots he took. King Louis says Ricky Hatton didn't fight like a UK fighter. No, but he went down like one though. I shouldn't say that, but I did. Can't take it back. I'm sorry. One thing you brothers gonna learn about me, man. I'm quick-witted, man. I can come with it. This is just something, man. I'll make you mad talking about you, but that's what I do, man. I can talk to jive too, but it's funny, man. It's all in good fun. It's, you know. I tell you, man, sometimes in the gym, when I was with the fellas in there and you get to saying certain things, boy, they get to sparring hard and shit, you know, because it's like they get mad. You say shit and they be mad talking about them. It's a great motivational tool. I tell you fellas though, it's really cool that you guys, you know, come on and support the channels and stuff like that, man. Sometimes, you know, I have certain things I like to say, but I save a lot from a Friday night show. But when I've come on and run tests and done things like that, the people come out and they get on, they support me and everything. I really appreciate that. I don't know if many people express that, but I understand, man, because there's so many other things you could be doing besides listening to me talk shit on here. But I appreciate everybody that rides with me and supports my channel, man. Much love and respect to all of you for that. Yeah. I put this graphic up there with the different fighters, and I didn't even realize that everybody getting hit with a shot. It was like I'm sitting here looking at it, and I'm saying, "Wow, everybody on here. You got Chavez taking a shot from Whitaker. You got Holyfield giving a shot to Douglas, James Toney giving a shot to Iran Barkley, and Ray Mercer giving a shot to Lennox Lewis." I didn't even realize that when I put it together. I just selected 4 photos. Yeah. So yeah, you brothers, you know, and ride with me tonight, even with my messed up stream. So I guess I'll leave it up. I was gonna take it down and say, well, stream was messed up for like 20 minutes or so, but it's nice that you hung in there with me, man. But we had that. Who was that we had in here earlier talking up for Keith Thurman? That was Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk. I guess he dropped out, but he was talking about was thinking that Thurman gonna get this victory. Thurman gonna get jacked around, man. Yeah. Personally, I don't think it's gonna be a knockout, but I do think that Thurman gonna stop on his stool, man. It's something about this guy, his psyche, his mentality. I don't think he's strong. Mentally. I think he's been bluffing the whole time. As long as he was knocking out second and third tier fighters, he looked okay. But when he got up there to that top level, where you saw the Sean Porters and Danny Garcias, guys who was at least at his level, because I don't even equate Sean Porter and Danny Garcia at the level of a Terrence Crawford or Earl Spence. So that's another level. But they are at his level. I don't think he exhibited anything to separate himself from the pack. And the other two brothers, the champions, they do have what it takes to provide a separation between them and the rest of the pack. So King Louis says that Brooklyn is another Gil Coles. He probably is. They probably having tea together right now. But Kurt Warden says, does anyone honestly believe Pat is going to beat Thurman? Absolutely, Kurt Warden. Absolutely. If you had heard my broadcast from earlier, I'm telling you, Pacquiao got this, man. He got it. And King Louis saying is, you think Keith Thurman finna quit? Absolutely. That's the only thing he haven't done. He came close to it against Jose Cito. But think about it like this. Pressure bust pipes. Jose Cito Lopez could not get that next shot in to put Thurman on the canvas. You think Pacquiao won't get that second shot in? Pacquiao will get a second and the third and the fourth and the fifth in on it. Huh? Yep. King Louis, that's exactly. I think he gonna quit on his stool in between rounds. I hope don't nobody show this video to him, because then he gonna have to think of a new plan. But I think that's the plan the whole time, especially if the fight is tough. See, if the fight is not tough, he can hang in and go the distance. He'll take a loss like that. But if the fight is tough, if Pac is hurting him with shots, if Pac is like competing at a high level and he feels that pressure and threat of that, man, that dude is going to go to his corner and sit down and tell his coaches, hey, my elbow went out or something. That's what he going to do. Kurt Warden says he doesn't have the power at welterweight. Who you talking about? Keith Thurman? Because Keith Thurman ain't knocked nobody out since 2013. At least last year, Pacquiao knocked out Matisse. What you talking about, Kurt? What y'all drink over there in Australia? Put them drinks down. Hey, man. But with this buffering crap. Okay, brothers. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the night. But I want to say shout out to the LDBC, and I want to say shout out to everybody in the chat that came by to show some love to me and everything. But I'm gonna close this out for the evening. And just remember, Keith Thurman gonna quit. Pacquiao gonna do it. He gonna win. And Thurman gonna retire. He's gonna go off into the sunset. So you know, but you brothers and sisters out there, y'all have y'all a wonderful evening. And this is Stormybman. I'm checking out for now, and I'll catch up with you guys next time. Okay? All right. Peace.